hole 7, Glen, Helen Regional Park. So this is a new layout here. You might not be able to see it, but the pin is 200 feet, almost on the dot. 199, 201 is what I keep ranging. Straight downhill. You have the forehand option. The issue is you have these bushes and trees right here. So it's a kind of a narrow gap. You have to get it straight nose down, burn it straight down here. There is a pretty gnarly wind that's coming left to right now. You have the big hyzer play, right hand backhand hyzer, and you got to hope that the wind doesn't just drag you out right or just push you over or push you straight down. In either event, it's a fun shot. So here's the tee pad. Oh, you're right next to these old telephone posts or whatever. But yeah, it's a fun shot straight downhill. So it's going to be hard for me to capture, but I will try. So I'm going to try both the sled and the reactor. The reactor I'm going to put out on a forehand. Hopefully it doesn't burn too far. The sled I'm going to put out on the backhand hyzer. Just get it out, and hopefully it crashes down. Wow, that was not nearly enough. That's that wind, once again, just pushing it out, or pushing it down. Let's see what this does. Wow, I feel like this should be an easy birdie. I'm gonna put the range out flatter. Wow. It's hard to get there with that. I'm gonna go just a hard forehand. Nope. That wind does terrible things to discs. So this guy, this area here is treacherous. These trees are directly in your line of sight. So you're throwing at the pin blind, essentially. When it's not windy, there's also, well, when it's not windy, it's a fairly easy, you could even do a backhand turnover, right hand, down this left gap here, but with the wind gusting up to 20 some miles an hour right now, it's not ideal. There's also a pin position back by the tree line over here. There's a post here, and straight back there, there's another pin position just along the fence line. That's a fun one as well. This is, I feel like they kind of ruined this hole, because this was a hole that was just fun to get up here and just rip it as hard as you could straight out there. And this little tiny dinky 200 footer where you're throwing straight downhill kind of kills the spirit of this hole. So that being said, I'm going to throw one at the old pin, and hopefully you guys can see it. Just because I'm up here on a hill and I like throwing discs. I'm going to throw the Tesla just as hard as I can, because that's what this hole was meant to be, not this little tiny downhill dumb shot. That's fun. That's just a lot of fun. Just to rip just to rip a disc off the side of a mountain. I don't know why it's so intriguing and so fun. I've sacrificed 2 discs up at Wrightwood or Sky High. I probably shouldn't admit that, but there's a hole at the top of the world that just goes off the side of a mountain, and I've sacrificed a couple to the disc golf gods. And it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Because I just saw it float for 5 minutes as it just kind of slowly turned back and forth down this giant off the side of this mountain. And that's kind of the spirit of this hole. So moving it 200 feet closer kind of ruined it, if you ask me, but I know no one is. So both the sled and the reactor ended up right about edge of circle here. It's an elevated basket, throwing uphill. There's not a lot of rollaway potential because the grass is so thick. Yeah, I say that and watch me roll away. So that was the sled lie. Couple of pars. The range is about still like edge of circle here. The Boca forehand ended up outside of circle long. I missed that one because I'm an idiot sometimes. But if you look, you can't really look, but to my left, your right, the old tee position, old pin position was, like I said, about 150 feet, 200 feet, tucked behind these trees over here. And you're throwing downhill. Such a cool shot that has kind of been ruined by this new position. I don't know why, what the mentality was, or idea or thought process behind moving the pin so close, because you're not really protecting. I guess you're kind of protecting hole 5's fairway, but you know, you just kind of keep an eye out. Not gonna have a real issue.
All right, hole 7, 390, par 3.
All downhill.
Gonna be throwing to zenith. Again, it's 11.5, negative 0.52. Then we throw in a wraith right after.
Okay, nice.
Coming up as promised.
So we get a tail left to right. I'm gonna see what the shift does.
I will also be playing
I'm gonna see.
the lie of the zenith.
I'm gonna see if I can put this out on a slight hyzer, get it to stand up, and hopefully come back. That left to right tail might suck, but we'll see what happens. I don't think that's too bad. Oh, you just go in between the wires?
I don't know.
I think you did. All right, well, if you're throwing 2,
Call me Kanye.
I'm gonna throw 2. See what this one does.
If no one gets the reference,
That'll come back.
look for Through the Wire.
What was it? Call you Kanye?
Yeah.
What's that
He
mean?
made an album when his jaw was broken. It's called Through the Wire because he had his jaw sewn shut or wired shut.
And he actually recorded a full album like that?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, how did he get his jaw wired shut?
I don't remember. It's maybe an accident or something.
Probably doing something dumb. Probably deserved it.
No, I think it was a car accident or something like that.
Well,
It was
there's
a long
that.
time ago.
Evidently, I'm a jerk now.
Now?
Well, you know, I try.
Like now? Like the last 30 years?
Well, whoa. You've only known me for 25.
I heard stories.
I was a very nice person before I met you.
Depends on who you ask, right? Oh, too high. I should have played the wraith, but not enough cheese on the taco.
God, jeez. Hole 7, Glen, Helen Regional Park. Pin position A is right around 413, 390. Depends on who you're asking. Pin position B, 200 feet, just at the base of this hill. You saw the tee pad there off to the right as soon as this started. If you've watched the whole video, then you see me play to pin position B, which is just right here to the left at the bottom of this hill, probably about halfway between where I am right now and that light post there. If you're throwing the long position, you want to just rip something out as hard as you can. Just get it out into the middle of this fairway. You do have to contend with these wires. I've seen people hit those wires, kind of get knocked down, or kind of do a 50-50 grind along them. It's kind of fun. You saw second shot kind of throw right between the wires, which is also a fun kind of shot, kind of hard to remake. But if you can get out here, if you can get past this light post here, that's a good shot. If you can get up to this tree, that's a great shot. You'll have an open look. The miss here is turning something over and kind of, being subject to that left to right crosswind that often happens. You want to kind of watch this big tree on your approach. Something skipping right hand backhand, right hand forehand, anything skipping around this big tree. That's not going to skip too far. You can, get something out there. The one of the big misses here is hitting this tree, dropping straight down, leaving yourself a blocked kind of view or kind of a staggered stance trying to get around this tree. The tee pad for hole 7 is right there, and the tee pad for hole 8 is just along this fence line right there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.